Welcome to the threesome, y'all. This is the podcast where the three of us try to talk about at least three topics each week. For those of y'all that have returned to listen to us, y'all the real MVP.
For real, for real.
You are the champions.
And for those of y'all who found us for the first time, we are glad you're here.
Welcome.
And bear with us. Okay. The sultry voice you will soon hear is our point person and optimistic realist. We like to call her Star.
Yeah, I got nothing this week. Just hello, good people.
It's gonna be one of them episodes. All right, here we go.
Okay, and that dulcet baritone is our man in the middle, our voice of reason. We like to call him Magic.
Keep playing with me.
Okay. And bringing up the rear, as always, I identify as the pragmatic contrarian of the group. And they like to call me Storm. So, the delay of it all. Anyway.
Listen, I'm tipsy and playing games on my phone. Give me a minute.
Okay, any church announcements before we get started?
I think everybody survived last week. Cheers.
Well, not everybody, but nobody we need to talk about. But
Damn, their life wasn't worth mentioning.
Well, I mean, we don't generally talk about non-people of color because we would be here all day.
What white person died?
Richard Belzer, the actor.
I have no idea who that is.
Is that the Law and Order guy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Munch. Yeah. Oh Lord.
I'm gonna try that one day.
And this is why we can't advance as a people.
Is that it?
Well, yeah. I mean, this has to be at least part of it.
Do another top 50 on that one, but yeah.
Touche. Okay, well, I'll do champs and chumps for this week. I actually have 2 champs. So, do you all remember, and I meant to do this weeks ago, but, you know, stuff has been on my mind. Do you guys recall last year when the little girl, when the white man called the police on the little girl who was outside spraying bugs?
What?
Y'all don't remember that?
No.
Nah, I can't say I saw that.
What is wrong with you? Not with a gun.
What is wrong with the audacity of the caucasity?
Well, I mean, that's your answer. So anyway, there is an invasive species of lantern flies. And I guess, I don't know if it was the state of New York or what, but they had told people that if you saw these flies, then you should spray them, you know, or whatever. So she was outside doing her civic duty, and the white man across the street called the police, talking about there was a short black woman spraying some, I don't know, something outside. And so the police showed up.
They actually came out for that.
Well, yeah, he said, okay, this is what he said, and I
Black on
quote:
a Tuesday.
"There's a little black woman walking, spraying stuff on the sidewalks and trees on whatever their um, cross streets are." That's what he said to the dispatcher. He said, "I don't know what the hell she's doing. It scares me though." So
Blackness.
the little black woman in question was a 9-year-old child because
Gangster.
we can't be children in their eyes. We're all,
Ridiculous.
scary adults. Any black child over the age of 5, I guess, is scary. But she had apparently she was 9 years old, and even for 9 years old, she was considered petite. So I don't know where he got, a little black woman. But anyway, she had on some pink frame glasses, and she was doing her civic duty, trying to comply with their campaign, which urged the New Jersey residents, New Jersey, not New York, same thing to me, to help
No. Gotta
eradicate
be South Jersey.
the spotted lanternfly infestation, which she'd learned about at school. And she'd mixed her own insect repellent that she saw the recipe for on TikTok, and she went out to spray these flies, right? So she was spraying the bugs and then taking them off the tree and putting them in a plastic bottle. Okay. So the officer came up and asked her what she was doing, and she told him, and she was scared because, of course, police officer is like, "What are you doing?" And she was asking him, "Am I in trouble?" and all that other stuff. So anyway, it was a big story because the white man across the street called the police on the little girl who was just doing what the city had asked her to do. Okay. So fast forward to this year, to last month. The Yale School of Public Health held a ceremony and honored her because
Cool.
her plucking these flies off of the tree, what she ended up doing was classifying them. So Yale actually has recognized her work.
Good for them.
And good for
Look
her.
at Black history in the making.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That is what I'm saying. So, yeah. So she's the first one. And then the second one, he's a little bit older. His name is Kwasi Inen. He hails
Lil
from
Quas.
Long Island, New York. And he's going to go to an Ivy League university. Which one? We do not know because he has been accepted into all 8 of them motherfuckers.
Hey.
You go, boy.
Yeah, and this is something that I hear is hard to do.
Yeah.
I believe.
And here's the thing. He's not even top of his class. He ranks number 11 in his class. But he scored in the 99th percentile for African American students in the country on his SAT score. So
Who the hell are these
good
other
for
10
him.
kids?
Right. But I mean, he's the son of I don't even know how to
A proud person?
Right.
No, Ghanaian. I don't know. People from Ghana. His parents immigrated from Ghana. And he's when he graduates, he will have completed 11 AP classes. He also
Shout
sings
out
in the
to
school's
foreign
a
work ethic.
cappella group and volunteers at his local hospital. So, congratulations to that young man.
Yes.
Way to get in with the
Congratulations.
hospital early. Get that degree.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right. Both of his parents are nurses, by the way, and he wants to be either a cardiologist or neurologist, he says. So,
Sounds like he's gonna get
About to go
that done.
smack
He
my
doing all
children
that
now
in
for
high
playing
school.
video games.
Right.
well, there you, well, um, your children are not the children of uh,
Ghanaian.
immigrants, so there's that.
Nah,
Probably why they play video
they have an
games,
appreciation for the come up.
right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, they do.
So
I
far,
did
by the
all the
way, Princeton
hardships
is
to give
offering
them
the
a
most
cushy
appealing
existence.
package.
Now they don't understand work ethic the same.
Yeah. Okay.
But my baby is getting
So,
like 8 blocks a
in other
game, so we
news,
cool.
oh, in other news, R. Kelly has gotten 20 more years tacked on to his sentence.
Damn.
Fuck your new album.
I just, I don't know. I don't even know how I feel about this
Why?
because, because why the hell has it taken them this long? Like, do you know how long people been accusing R. Kelly of this and nothing was done? You know what I mean?
Something to be said for good lawyers.
And having money
So, I don't know.
and
I,
celebrities. It seems to take them longer to prosecute celebrities. The justice system is fucked up
Yeah. And in
anyway.
his particular
In how
case, he was trying
long?
to drag that out till the statute of limitations was up.
Yeah.
well, I mean, yeah, but that was a stupid idea.
It clearly didn't work.
Well, because the clock stops once well, anyway, we won't even get into the weeds on that. But yeah, that wasn't going to work.
The clock stops where once they start investigating.
Not once they start investigating, but once they charged him, the
Uh,
clock stopped.
Yeah. Step
So,
in the name
I
of love,
mean,
nigga.
yeah, so even if they didn't, even if he was able to drag it out for another 20 years, they still could have because you know, yeah, they don't just let you do that. But anyway,
It's the Pied
but yeah,
Piper of
that was 20
R&B.
years. He got 20 years for child pornography and enticement of a minor. That was on top of the 30-year sentence that he has.
sucker.
That's on top of the 30-year sentence that he's already serving for racketeering and sex trafficking. So, yeah. Ara,
See you never.
right.
Look at the political system working.
Nasty son B.
No, he deserved a whole word, bitch.
Yep.
Okay. Um, I don't.
Whew.
I don't even know that that's appropriate because, well, anyway.
Words of one O'Shea Jackson, all bitches ain't women.
No. Well, no. None of them are. They're actually dogs, but we
Dogs,
won't
but
even get into that.
I knew that's why you took that pause.
Yeah, because I like bitches. Anyway.
Okay.
Aw,
Next topic.
my puppy's mad at y'all because he said his mama was a bitch. Anyway, so
And a bad one.
friction.
Mm-mm. Magic.
Oh, it's on me?
Oh, you want to go into you want to do that one first?
Yeah.
Okay. Magic
Okay, so I have a listener letter of sorts.
Mm-hmm.
of
There's a
sorts.
friend of mine. Quite obviously, we're not going to call names, so we're just going to call her Stella for the moment.
Oh, did she get her groove back?
Stella,
By Starlight.
Oh,
she's recently divorced. I think it's
good
fair to
for
say
her.
on the rebound, and my personal opinion, going through midlife crisis. So
Okay.
she plans a cruise with one of her homegirls.
Mm-hmm.
And her homegirl takes it upon herself to invite one of her male friends. So
Okay.
Stella is on the flight about to go to where cruises take off from. If you broke, you don't know. If you got money, you know. So she's on the plane and she's texting her female friend, like, where you at? Because all three of them live in different states. Her friend at that point goes, well, my man is uncomfortable with me going on a cruise with my male friend, so I'm not going. At this point, Stella's already on the plane. Ain't no turning back now, so she's kind of stuck on a cruise with a dude she don't really know
A
like
dude
that.
you don't know. Yeah.
So somewhere along the line, her and this dude decide, all right, we gonna have us a little vacation fling, and when the vacation's over, everybody goes back to their home state, and that's it.
Right.
So it goes down. They get back, and the guy starts contacting her, text calls, whatever, and she responds because courteous, whatever. And a couple weeks into it, she starts
Rookie
noticing, like,
mistake.
wait, hmm,
That's a rookie mistake.
yeah. So a couple weeks in, she starts noticing, like, oh, I'm contacting him first, and he's taking his sweet ass time calling me back. Like, nah, that's not how this was supposed to work. So,
Hmm.
based on that information alone, what do y'all read into this?
What do I what? What's the last question?
Read into read into it. What's between the lines that hasn't been said? Who went wrong where?
She went wrong when she answered him after they had already decided. Well, first of all, he went wrong contacting her after they had already decided that they were going back to their respective states and that was going to be the end of it. And then she went wrong by responding to him.
I mean,
Feel
that's
you?
that's the answer. That's the answer. It's one of those situations. What happens here stays here.
Right. Like
Um,
we had an agreement.
right.
So if you text me after the agreement and you not texting me, that the one mutual friend that we have, is dead or dying, then why are we talking? Why are you texting me?
Why they gotta be dying?
I
I
said
mean, because
dead
that's the
or
whole. That's the. I mean, what would be any other reason for contact?
right.
Maybe it was good.
Maybe what?
Said maybe it was good.
Oh, I mean, but okay. Even if it
If
was,
right, then why wouldn't my friend, our mutual friend, let me know about that?
I mean, it's a lot to assume how much her mutual friend knows. Or
yeah,
their
her
mutual
mutual
No,
friend,
friend
as it
probably
were.
don't know
no,
much of shit.
no. I don't assume that my mutual friend knows anything, but what I'm saying is anything my mutual friend has going on that I need to know about, my mutual friend will tell me. So you don't need to call me and tell me about that stuff, right? So why are you calling me?
Oh,
There's
no. You know
absolutely
why he was calling.
exactly there's zero reason for contact. So he shouldn't have called and she shouldn't have answered.
Yeah,
or he
there's some
shouldn't have
stuff being
texted.
left out because then my mind goes to, I mean, what was the point of the call? Are you just being, I don't know, gentlemanly? I don't know what that would be called. Like, oh, I slept with this person. I might as well at least say hi. Or did you make it home okay?
Men
I
don't
mean,
think
what was
like
the
that.
context?
It's let me keep this on deck so I can come back for more.
Okay, so that's what I figured. But they live
Mm,
in two different. They live in two different states. So what was the plan there?
right. And I can't for the life of me understand why she responded.
I should text her and ask her, but another day.
Maybe she's learned her lesson and she won't respond to you neither.
Nah. Frankly, I'm the coolest one in any of my homegirls' lives.
Oh, good Lord. Here we go.
This
Yeah,
is
I don't
why I'm
know.
in the friend zone.
What's your thoughts on it?
Okay.
I told her from the rip, first things first, if you're texting a person initially and you got to wait for them to respond, they got somebody at home. Like, get over that.
Well,
And
not always. That's not always true
it's,
because I
and the
don't
sky ain't
always
always
respond
blue,
right
but
away.
generally speaking,
Yeah, I don't always respond to people who text me right away because I'm in the middle of something and I look at it and I'm like, okay, I'll text that person back later. And then a lot of times I forget.
haters gonna hate,
Yeah,
lovers gonna love. Also, I
I'm
was
not
like,
a.
both of y'all violated, but since she
Yes,
was the only one I was talking to, obviously I don't know this dude. I'm like, both of y'all broke the rules of engagement. Y'all set rules
exactly.
from the jump before
Mhm.
anything happened, and as soon as y'all got back home, both of y'all violated. What you mad for?
Yeah, yes. And that's my point. He shouldn't have reached out and she shouldn't have responded because we had already laid down the ground. We had already said that this is what this is.
And
Mhm.
what it isn't.
Mhm.
Correct.
Yeah, if you gonna make a rule change, you have to make that known up front.
Well, I mean, once the rules have been created, uh, you you really can't change them unilaterally.
No, but you can bring it up.
Well, yeah, but it doesn't seem
But
like
be
Every
either of them
prepared.
did
relationship that's
that.
still going on at some point was just two people fucking and decided, hey, we could actually make this work.
I wouldn't say every, but sure, a lot of them.
Ooh, what's this? Oh,
But
okay, never
but
mind.
very rarely do you get the ground rules spelled out for you so clearly ahead of time. So why do you then go against that?
That is a very good question. I do not have the answer to. She did just text me and was like, nah, she told him that, if we cross paths, it's on, but if not, we ain't having friendly conversations.
And yet she responded, which I would not have responded. I would have forgot that dude's name the minute I got off that boat.
That is the proper way to do it.
Yeah, no matter how good it was, if it was indeed
Lose
that.
numbers, lose Instagram, lose Facebook.
Yeah, don't ever get social. Fuck that. Don't even
Right.
exchange social
Why are
media.
you even looking at his social media?
I think that's just,
Who
well, she
cares?
ain't young. She got me by a year or two, but I think that's just what people do nowadays. Like when you go out to the club, you don't get
Mm.
people's number, you get their Instagram. It's weird.
Yeah,
Mm,
but she didn't meet him in the club.
Nah,
So,
she met him in the
so there was
tropics.
zero reason.
mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some pieces missing too, though, from that story. But who am I?
What you think
Yeah.
is missing?
I don't know. It just seems weird that the guy, because knowing how guys are, just, I mean, and every guy is not the same, but like, why, again, why is he reaching out to her? And again,
Because
why
as
is she
men, we think if we got some one time, we have an invite for life. It's
okay
egotistical
if
and
it's around the
quite
corner
often
or a
delusional.
few months away? I mean, if it's a few miles away, I mean, okay, I get that. But yeah, I don't
Catch
know.
a flight? Mm.
For some ass? No, I'm just playing. Well, I guess if it's good enough and you got it
Nah,
like that.
I ain't playing. I'll be damned.
Mhm.
No, no, and no.
You said what?
I
No.
ain't catching a flight. Please.
I mean, hey, you get your rocks off, get a little travel in. I mean, it's not the worst idea.
There's always some local.
But what about the travel? The experience of the traveling. I'm a big
She
traveler.
just
Like
came
If
if I
that's
from.
the
had it,
case, it's better off meeting again in a random location. Like, oh, you going to the islands again this summer? I'll coincidentally
no,
be
if
Yeah,
on
that's
that
that
what I'm
that
cruise
should
saying.
have
too.
maybe been that
She,
agreement. Maybe that should have been in
she
their agreement. Like
she
they be
just went on
travel
a
fuck
cruise.
buddies.
Like, why would she want to go to West Virginia at this point? It just doesn't make any
Why I
sense.
gotta be West Virginia?
Well, because who would want to go there? I mean, no
I got
offense,
family
West
there.
Virginia.
Actually, I'm going
Okay,
there next
well,
month.
yeah, you're forced
Shout out
because
to
you
my
have
brother
family.
turning 50 with your old ass.
Whoop, whoop.
Yeah,
Welcome to the club. Don't be
yeah.
calling
Happy
us old. What's
birthday,
wrong with you?
Magic's brother.
By far the youngest one here.
Whatever. You
Also,
better hope
happy
to make
birthday
it here.
today
I'm trying.
is February 24th. Happy birthday, Mona's sister.
Mona.
Which one? I guess we
Yeah,
can't say
that
that on
heifer.
air, but okay. Hey, sister.
The middle one.
Oh, okay.
Uh-uh.
Hey,
That that woke you up.
she's an attractive woman. So, awkward silence. Okay. Anyway,
Oh, well,
I
I'm
mean, I
like,
didn't
her
say nothing
husband
because I
thinks
don't. I
so.
have
I
nothing.
mean,
I don't. I've never seen her, so I just have to take your word. Hello, attractive lady.
happily married. Happily married.
very happily.
Oh,
And I
I always
and I
like to hear
adore
that.
that dude, by the way.
I like to hear that.
He's good people.
I
Yep.
like
To
good
see
people
That
you
is
too.
the
do this.
way.
Can we do a sidebar for a second? So
Of course.
I don't know if this
What is
is.
this, court? Yeah, we can do a sidebar.
So I had a situation last night. I was photographing, and I
Oh,
was
chicka, wow,
photographing
wow.
an event, a dance event, and I get I get sick of people when I do like these live events, getting upset. Like if I come and I like stoop down like next to them, it's like, I don't know, for some reason or another, I'm disturbing them or whatever. So I try to place myself either where I don't have to move a whole lot or where I'm not disturbing people. So what I did was, in the back of the main part of the auditorium, there was a wide open space, and there were three handicap chairs on the left and the right of the middle seating area, right? So I picked the ones on the left. Now I have a seat for me, and I have a seat for my camera equipment. Keep in mind, the place was not even that full. Okay, I'll say it was probably maybe 70% full, which was the reason why I'm like, cool, I can put my camera bag right here. That way I can switch cameras real quick, so on and so forth, right? So this lady comes and sits in the third chair. Okay, now I'm not paying her any mind. Okay, so then these other people come and they sit in like the last row, which is not a problem. But there was this extremely tall Caucasian lady sitting with this black family who sat down like right in my, you know, right in my
During
my
Black
my
History
path.
Month?
She sat right in my path, right? And I'm not saying that she did this intentionally, right? But
Right.
she's really tall. Like when she stood up again, I'm really thinking like she's probably somewhere between 6'3" and 6'5".
Oh
And she didn't
damn.
even have on heels. Like she's really tall.
That's
So
taller than Mona.
so this is exactly what I said to her. I said, "Ma'am, I said, I hope you don't mind. I said, but I'm photographing the event, and is there any way that you could possibly move over one seat so that I could have this field of vision or whatever."
Vision.
And so she kind of took this. And then she starts looking around, and she did ask the people next to her, was anybody in the next three seats? And they said no. And then she kind of looked over, and the elder of the black family, she goes, "Oh, well, we'll just all move over so we can still kind of sit next to each other." She was like, "But she'll be out of her point of view or whatever, her field of view." So she says, "Well, um." There's going to be other people sitting right here, whatever. So I just think I'll stay. I'm like, what, bitch? I'm like, okay. Like she got pissed because I asked her to move one seat over. All
Mm.
right. So then I decide to move my camera bag to the middle of the three seats, which would have had my camera bag next to the lady. And then I'm sitting on the end. So I'm in the middle of the concert shooting. I feel a tap on my shoulders. And it's this black guy, I'm sorry, this Caucasian guy pointing down at my bag, like, "Can you move that?" I'm like, "No, get the fuck out." Man, let me tell you something. I don't understand people. I really don't. Like, there's other seats. What the fuck are you doing?
Mm. Maybe he wanted to sit next to her.
Then both of you fuckers get up and go find somewhere else to sit. Like you were really disturbed, the camera person. Tap me on my shoulder in the middle of shooting so you can sit down.
Mm.
I like people, just the nerve of motherfuckers. I can't. But anyway, that was my sidebar because that just annoyed the hell out of me. Like
Yeah.
when
That's
you
why I don't
people
people much.
people go to events, don't
Right?
fuck with the photographer. They're there to do a job.
Yeah.
Which is why I don't do a whole lot of events anymore. And I definitely don't do weddings because felt like I was gonna have to choke a couple of people.
Just a couple.
I
You got
mean, because
off
folks will
easy.
jump right in your way with their cell phones, like
I'm telling you.
they getting paid, like they getting paid. Oh, I gotta get this shot. I gotta get this shot. It's like, get the fuck out of here. Do you see? Like, seriously, these are people that the bride and groom paid to be here, and you talking about your shot? Like, whoo.
Right.
Anyway, I digress because that's why I don't do weddings.
That is so annoying, doing event photography for that reason, because then everybody's calling them. And so I'm trying to get my shot, and my shots come out with people looking all over the place because they're looking at the people that are calling their names.
Oh, I
So
have a
yeah,
whole
I get
thing.
frustrated easy.
I have a whole thing. If I'm taking group pictures, I turn around to the audience or whoever the group is, and I'll say, "Friends, family, get your pictures now to the countdown of 10." I said, "Once I get to 10, please put your phones down." And because if you have your phones up, they're looking at you and not at me.
Right.
So
Hmm.
true enough, I lift up my camera and I see somebody looking off. And this is just the way I embarrass people, right? Because most people will comply, but it's always one or two, right?
Yeah.
So I'll see somebody looking off, and I'll turn the way that they looking and see somebody holding. And they'll be like, oh. I'm like, anybody else? And then somebody will start laughing, and usually that person will kind of like give me the little grim look, like, bitch, I said I gave you a whole 10 seconds to get shots. Like
Yeah.
a countdown of 10, which is probably more than 10 seconds, but to get your shot, and you still lifting your camera, like, come on, man, that's just rude.
Yeah. That
People
shit
are something
annoys
else.
me. Yeah. But anyway.
But anyway,
Respect the artist.
yeah, get the fuck out the
Respect the
way.
damn artist.
I know that's not very nice, but it's heartfelt. Get the
Fuck
fuck
him.
out of the way. Anyway,
Uh,
go ahead. Back to our regularly scheduled programming.
well, we're waiting for your topic
Oh, so
because that wasn't it.
no, it wasn't. It could have been, but um, so I was surfing the web a couple of days ago, and I saw a post that said a lot of men only like the friction of a woman's orifices, but really prefer the company and partnerships of men.
Mhm.
As the
Facts.
Yeah.
only you say
Yeah.
facts?
I think it's poorly
Yeah.
worded, but the sentiment is probably true because I think most men who claim to like women really don't like us at all.
No, like and love are two very different things. For a man in
I
love,
don't think they
love
like. No,
fucking
they definitely
hurts.
don't love us,
We
but I don't
definitely
think they
like our
even like
friends
us.
more than you.
No, I don't think they
That's
like us, and
single
I
woman
don't think they
hate.
love us. No,
It
it's
could
not
just be
that. It's
you.
it's what I see. It's what I see in the world. I mean, the
Mm.
world is full of examples of the dominant male society's hatred of women. I mean, it's there. I mean, what did we talk about
Hatred?
earlier? Yes, hatred. What did we talk about earlier? R. Kelly was able to operate with impunity for decades. With impunity. Everybody knew what he was doing, and he was able to operate with impunity for a long time before he was ever
That's
held to
any
account,
level of
even a little
crime.
bit.
Everybody gets away with it for a long time before it can be proven in a courtroom.
I wouldn't say everybody.
I know a lot of criminals,
Yeah, as do I.
and they're still out here
What kind
thriving
of
after
circles you
years
people
and
running in?
No,
perhaps
because not
decades
everybody's good
of
at
getting
being a
away with it.
criminal.
That's true. I don't want to start calling
But,
names.
well,
Well, so you feel like it's true as the only male on the podcast.
Yeah.
Why? Why is it true? Why is it that you prefer?
As I stated earlier, love hurts. Like, I remind the woman I'm with on way too many occasions, and I'm sure I'm annoying with it. And it's
with that, only that,
a loose
sure.
Patrice O'Neill quote, but if I love you, that's cool. Love hurts for me. Love means I got to deal with a lot of yo shit I don't really feel like dealing with. You're not cool. You're not fun. You're not funny. But it is far more important that I like you, because if I like you, then I want to be around you as much as you want me to be around you. Dudes hanging out with men, and keep in mind, most of my friends are women. I don't hang out with dudes like that, but it is far more fun to hang out with your boys, shoot the shit, play basketball, talk, or whatever, because you can feel more comfortable being yourself. When you're around your woman, you have to be a watered down version of who you truly are.
Well, that's I don't. Hmm, let me shut
That's
up.
so fucked up.
It
Here's my
is.
thing. here's my thing. If that's what it is, then choose better.
Okay.
You say okay, like that's not possible.
I mean, because there's
That's all
plenty
right
of us.
if we gonna keep it
There's plenty
real.
of us who don't
Yeah,
mind
please,
playing a little
please.
basketball and shooting the shit and like everybody.
It ain't the same. You do not treat the person you fucking with the same level of excitement that you treat men you just cool with. Stop lying.
It depends on who it is. Some dudes
Exactly.
are fun to be. Some dudes are fun to be around, and some just aren't. And the ones
So I
that
could say the
aren't
same thing
are
about women, but if I do, I'm an asshole.
the ones that aren't are not ones that I'm going to date for very long. Because I don't sign up for misery myself. I don't know what you do, but I don't sign up for
On
misery.
going on this podcast alone, you have mentioned at least 10 great men in your life that you do not fuck with. So who are these great people that you're dealing with but don't want to be with?
Well, first of all, sir, okay, you assume that I got rid of them quickly, which I did not.
No, I
The
didn't say
last good dude
quickly.
we talked
You That's
about,
when you said two
uh,
years.
yes, which is a
Okay.
long ass time, which I would not
Fact
give
still
that
remains at
amount of
some point
time,
you found them expendable.
which I would not give that amount of time to somebody who I was not, who didn't provide me with some level of excitement to be around.
Okay.
You're not going to last for 2 years. You'd be lucky if you last 2 weeks if I find you boring.
How long have you been cool with the Shannon dude?
What?
The Shannon dude we had on the old podcast that used to be the fed and does the workout fresh cup fitness thing. How long have y'all been cool?
Okay, first of all, that was more of a fling because he was already, I was in high school at the time. He was already out of high school and he was in the Air Force. So he was being stationed somewhere else. So that was not a case where neither one of us were like, oh, I can't stand you no more. No,
I didn't even know it was a fling. Thanks for clearing that up. I was just asking how long y'all were cool.
no. And again, you know, just because I'm not compatible with somebody doesn't mean that they're not cool.
That's the point I'm making. It is entirely possible to be more cool with people that you are cool with than somebody you're actually in a relationship with.
Well, but I wouldn't be in a relationship with somebody who I didn't think was cool, is what I'm saying. Like I just wouldn't do it
But you're cool,
because
entirely possible being cool with people you wouldn't be in a relationship with.
what? You just confused me. What did you say?
You just said you cannot be in a relationship with someone that you're not cool with, right?
No, somebody who I think is boring, somebody who I'm not excited to be around. I would never be in a relationship with someone like that.
All that is fine and understandable and makes complete sense. What I'm saying is, it is entirely possible to have friends that are cooler than the person you're with.
Yeah,
Yes,
but okay. So here's my thing, and it's probably the reason why I've been single been single for so long. Um, I can't be with somebody who is not my friend first, like my good friend.
Good
Like
start.
oh, well, see, no.
I'm way too um eccentric
Logical.
and logical, eccentric, uh eclectic, whatever you want to call it. Like that person, because I'm just a unique individual. Like I can't be with somebody who doesn't enjoy my company. Now, just with like with
Exactly.
any relationship, rather it be spouse, boyfriend, girl, whatever. You understand? it's hard to be around somebody just 24/7 all the time and get enjoyment out of of a person. I'm not
Amen Ra.
I'm not unrealistic when it comes to that.
Right.
But um
But for me to even want to be around you, because I told you I don't people a lot. So for me to even want to be around you, you know, some of the time, like I have to find you entertaining. I'm so like I have to like you have to be fun for me to be around because again, I don't sign up for misery.
and I'm going to actually have to be fun for you to be around. Other than that, I'm going to get on your nerves. No matter
Ding ding
how
ding ding
good
ding.
the sex may be, whatever. You understand? I am eventually going to get on a person's nerves if
We're
you
eventually going to get on each other's nerves.
yeah,
That's the way it
well,
True.
works.
but it is totally possible to get enjoyment out of someone and the other person not really get that enjoyment out of you being around you. That's possible.
Yeah.
So that's the reason why I say it has to be equal because
Not
of
not not for me because I am delightful.
Yeah.
we go kid. Okay,
I mean,
so
just so you know, I'm delightful.
we know.
Okay.
I'm sure our listeners know that you're
All
delightful.
right.
Um, you have to remind us, but no. But what I'm saying again, and you just
Lord.
threw my whole thought process off. But
I'm sorry.
that's okay. But it is entirely possible for you to really enjoy being around someone and that person not get I'm not going to say not get any enjoyment, but it's just not the same or even close for that other person. Um and so yeah, like whoever I'm with, we pretty much going to have to be like damn near kindred spirits. Like anybody that I've had any kind of sustained relationship with, to tell you the truth, like people will be like, "Oh, I see how y'all together because y'all are similar." You understand? So yeah, you gotta know how to have fun. You gotta have a kind of a zest
Exactly.
for life. Um, you can't embarrass easy because I don't embarrass at all. Um, I just don't. I don't like whatever you do is on you. Um, yeah,
Yeah, like
whatever.
that video I showed you of that old lady.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah,
That's
like that
me
would be me,
all
right?
day.
And if you
It's
can't
been
handle
me.
that, yeah, yeah, if you can't handle that, then we can't be together.
Yeah, it's been me. Like
Yeah,
I'm the chick that was in the Kmart over on 8 Mile and Telegraph and
belting it out, huh?
and well, I mean, so we were walking past the electronics department and Centipede came on the videos. So
Oh, oh,
I'm
you ain't
all
said
in there
one but a word.
Wow.
with the
Full
Rebe
concert
Jackson.
mode.
Yes, with the Rebe Jackson with the hand motions and everything. And my child is looking like, oh my God. But that's me.
Oh my
I don't
god.
give a damn. Um
Oh, remember that time we were in remember we had gone to Meyer that time and they
mhm.
were playing I can't even remember what they were playing, but we were cutting up.
I mean, that's just me. Like I don't. Yeah,
Lord have
whatever.
mercy.
I remember.
So, just in listening to this, it sounds like the two of you enjoy hanging out with each other more than any man you've ever mentioned on this podcast.
I'm
Oh, I
not
wouldn't
gonna.
say that.
I wasn't gonna say that. I mean, we enjoy hanging
I'm just
out
going by what
I
with
I've
one
mean,
heard.
another.
I mean, I enjoy hanging out with her, but uh, there are
No, I need
plenty.
me a hard
Shoot, my
leg.
bestie and
Shit.
I don't get us together.
W-
Hey,
Once
Don't
again,
get
this
us
is
together
not the
because we
person you're
cut.
in a relationship with. What we're establishing here, it is perfectly logical to enjoy
But you
spending time
said
with your
men.
friends sometimes more
hello.
than the person
You
you're
said
with.
men. But no, there have been dudes that I have dated that yeah, we cut up
What the hell
together.
just happened?
Yeah, you're changing the subject. The point is, sometimes it's more
Hello.
fun to be with your friends than the person you're with.
Sometimes, but if
Yeah,
all
so
I'm
there
there
goes the
for
subject.
no, if all
Hello.
I'm there for is sex,
And I still see
But
my
I would rather be with somebody else other than sexually, then we can't have a relationship.
I've never been in mid stroke thinking I'd rather be playing 2K with my boy.
Yeah, that's sad. That makes me sad for you.
Did you just hear what I said?
I guess I didn't. What? I guess I must have missed the first part.
I have never been in mid
Oh,
stroke
okay. I
thinking
missed
I'd
the I
rather
have.
be playing 2K with my boy.
Okay, I missed the I have never
hello.
part. That's
Oh,
the part I
yeah.
missed. So
No, I think the thing here
The
is that it's
hell
two
happened?
different levels of fun. Like, quite obviously, anybody in a relationship is with that person for a whole bunch of reasons. And it's
Can't
love.
believe
It's
I
like,
really
it's
felt
okay, I can
this
have
way to
this kind of
myself.
fun with this person, but
No
sometimes
attempt
your
from my
natural friends that you knew before
friends.
them, it's a
Hey,
different type of
tell
fun. But you always
somebody.
gonna take your ass back home afterward.
Keep it to myself.
okay.
Hello.
Or you should always take your ass back home
Hello.
afterwards.
Yeah, I
Hint, hint.
mean,
Anyway,
I still contend that there's a large percentage of the male
Ay,
population
ay,
that just
ay.
really has a
thinks like you
disdain.
do.
I'm sorry.
Thinks like you do.
Um, I don't know how anybody thinks,
Hmm.
not
We all
being in
make the
anyone's
mistake of
head.
thinking other people think like us.
Mm, yeah.
Yeah, way too much dead air.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. I was trying to see what my dog was doing because he's trying to beg because he wants to go do his business, I guess.
You have to teach
Anyway,
your dog how to do the electric slide and put it on YouTube.
Hello.
yeah,
Yeah, think about
he's
it. Can
already
dogs
all
walk
over
Hello.
YouTube.
sideways?
I'm sorry.
Nothing. It's alcohol talking. Thanks, Puffy.
Something's going on.
Oh, I think we're done. Are we done? Where'd Star
Where
go? She ain't
is
said nothing in a
Sure.
minute.
Star? There it is.
She went to go pour a drink.
Is she even there? Because she hasn't said anything.
Doesn't matter. I have to edit all this out anyway.
Oh, okay. It sounds like she,
So,
I don't know, maybe she's on mute
checked
or
out.
something.
I don't know.
Yeah, she got sick of us arguing.
Oh, she did say hello on the side. We don't argue.
Oh, oh, so
Oh,
she hears
man.
us. We don't hear her.
Yeah. We might have to do an emergency episode tomorrow, but we'll see how it goes.
Uh oh, that
Anyway,
sounds
Jim
that
at the
sounds
end.
intriguing.
You'll find out.
Mm,
Love yourself first. And when that comes into play, it will be a lot easier to love and understand other people and allow yourself to be loved. Like, I know it's a lot of fucked up people out here, but there's some good ones. Pick out your red flags quicker. Anyway, it is the Threesome Podcast on Facebook and Instagram, the Threesome Pod on Twitter. What is it? The Threesome Podcast at gmail.com. You can go on Anchor and leave voice messages. Make it sexy so I don't have to repeat them out loud on the show.
yeah, something like that. Yeah, we like hearing from y'all. So, hit us up for real.
Indeed. And they'll be coming to me personally offering opinions. Go on Anchor and fucking post whatever the fuck you feel. The fucking messagery layer out here.
Yeah, I mean, you can email us and with your opinion. You can tell Magic how wrong he is in an email or in
Never.
a voice message or whatever. But anyway, uh, I'm
Star has texted and said she can't hear us, so
right.
well, she can hear us, but she can't. I don't know how it works. Whatever.
No, she said she can't hear us.
Turn your
So
volume
I don't
up.
know. Anyway, um, I'm going to walk the dog. So there's that.
Walking the dog.
Roof. uh, okay,
Yo, I
it's
was
gotten
at an open
ridiculous.
mic comedy night last night, and one of the comedians on stage called me common, so I'm gonna have to slap somebody just to prove, I'm gangster for a light skinned dude.
You don't look anything like Common.
That's what I was feeling, but I had to give him his giggle, like, you wildin'. For I Will Smith your ass.
Yeah, knuck if you buck.
Not
Anyway,
all light skinned people look alike.
okay. Keep telling yourself that.
Bye.
Bye.
Be dope. Wish I was high yellow with the curly hair and green eyes. Shit.